Hey, how's it going, everybody? My name is Dan, I'm the MTG Engineer, and welcome to another Magic the Gathering Arena gameplay video. Today, we are featuring the last deck from the 2020 Grand Finals tournament that I'm going to be featuring. I may come back to some of these decks in the future from the historic portion of the tournament, but in the standard portion of the tournament, we've essentially gone through all the decks from the tournament that you can play now because of the bans. Yeah, so... yeah, there's that. Anyway, Rakdos Midrange, of the 32 decks that were in the standard portion of the tournament, again, I don't have the numbers up in front of me, but I believe there were four different Rakdos Midrange decks. Each deck was unique. I know some of those decks ran, Rankle. I think two of the decks ran Rankle. Or you know what? Actually, it might have just been one of the decks that ran Rankle, and the others did not. We will get into deck here in a second. But again, I'm just kind of going over some statistics and some notes that I had from the tournament and the decks. So the Rakdos Midrange deck, again, each Rakdos Midrange deck was unique. Yeah, I mean, with that being said, before we get into the deck, again, if this is your first time here, thank you for being on the channel. Appreciate it. On this channel, we brew a lot of different MTG decks in standard and historic and other different formats. So, give me a like if you if you like the video. Give me a like. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this. And with that, let's get into the deck tech here. Okay. In this version of the Rakdos Midrange deck, this is what it looks like. All right. As I said, I am running 3 copies of Rankle in this deck. I believe the deck that I'm running here is the deck that Christopher Larson was running in the tournament, if I can recall correctly. If you look here at the sideboard as 13 out of 15, that is because I did not have enough wild cards for the other 2 cards. I think, no, it was just 1 Skyclave Shade. Man, I don't know what the card was. I'd have to look at the deck list because, again, I do not have it in front of me. So that being said, let's kind of get into the rest of the cards here. In 1-drop slot, we've got 4 copies of Spikefield Hazard. Speaking of Spikefield Hazard and the modal dual face cards, I'll go over each of them that are in this deck here. We've got 4 Spikefield Hazards, 2 Shatterskull Smashings, and there's 1 Agadeem's Awakening, 2 Hagra Maulings. Okay, and then, so 2-drop slot, we've got some removal, 3 copies of Heartless Act. We have one Shredded Sails. I like having the 1 copy of Shredded Sails, especially in the best of 1. You want to have at least 1 copy of some form of interaction for artifact removals, which is nice. And then the 4 damage to target creature with flying. So if you don't have that, again, in that tournament, so many Lucky Clovers, but now Lucky Clover's banned, so you feel like you don't need as much artifact removal. However, I did run into a couple of decks on the ladder running this Boros equipment deck. So when you're running against those types of decks, you do want some type of artifact removal. Of course, it'd be preferable to have creature removal instead of artifact removal. That way those equipments cannot be attached to anything. Yep. As far as removal goes, again, we have 4 copies of Bonecrusher Giant, 3 copies of Murderous Rider, and then 3 copies of Rankle, and then 2 copies of Hagra Mauling. So we have quite a bit of removal in this mid-range deck. 4 copies of Mire Triton, 4 copies of Magmatic Channeler, 4 Croxas, and then I'm running 3 Timurant Calls the Dead as opposed to 4 because I don't have enough rare wild cards. So I had to drop a Timurant Calls the Dead. I believe I just added another Ox. In this version of the deck, I think there was only 1 Ox of Aganois. But I added another one in place of the Timurant Calls the Dead. A, I had the card. And then B, with a lot of mill decks running around, I want to have more escape cards in the deck. So with 2 Oxes, that gives me a total of 6 cards with escape in the main deck. So that, with the way the meta is, that in my opinion, the more The more cards that you have in your deck that have escape on it, the better. And then the mana base, we have 2 Castle, Locked Wains, 5 Swamps, 5 Mountains, 4 Temples, and 4 Fabled Passages. I really do not like tapped lands, but there's so many tapped lands in this deck that, again, the mana base in Standard is just, it's difficult to get away from. It is difficult to get away from running tapped lands in your mana bases. Sometimes you can have really fast starts by drawing all of your untapped lands, and sometimes you're just dead in the water and you're just tap land, and you're just off to these very, very slow starts. That can really hamper. I think they can really hamper a deck like this. So, I mean, the mana base is what the mana base is, meaning what we have in Standard to work with is what we have in Standard to work with. You have to work with what you can, and we kind of are in this deck. So, yeah, kind of a long. I ramble. So before I continue rambling, let's stop and let's get into some games. I'll see you out there. I feel like I need to drop that. Yeah, I think we keep this and we say go. Another swamp. Yeah, I want to make sure I'm hitting my land drops. Okay, Whispering Squad. All right. Drop Mire Triton. Okay. Heartless Act and Fabled Passage. You got it. Orzhov. Yeah. I know if I would have blocked, he most likely would have activated Whisper Squad. So we're going to let that go for now. Yep, we're just going to hold back. There's no need. All right, there's the activation. Okay. General Kudrow. All right. Is Whisper Squad, are they humans? They are humans. Okay. Okay. Got it. And now we're going to go ahead and do Murderous Rider. Doing Murderous Rider, that way I can get him on the field next turn. I'm actually going to go ahead and block. Okay, Ox. Reason I'm blocking is just to take one off of the field, and then now I can still block this one with the Murderous Rider. So we'll drop this swamp. The swamp. I don't have another red source right now, which is unfortunate. Okay. Alright, so he's got all of them. He's activated Whisper Squad twice, and there's one in the yard. Rankle. You got it. I'm probably going to cycle Shredded Sails. And then at this point, I think I am just going to drop Agademes. And we hold back. Because if he has another buff like Kudrow, I mean, that's 6 damage. Okay, he's got to kick it. So that's okay. Now I have it going back into my library. All right. Now I'm just going to take the 3 since it's just 3. I don't really want to spend 2 mana on a 1 mana. creature. I'm going to cycle the sails. And this I'm fine with. Now, granted, I did just give up my second red source. Yeesh. One, two, three, four. All right, I don't have another one. So what we'll do, I think we'll go ahead and drop Rankle. We will just have them discard. There we go. All right. All right. Not sure why they scooped, but I'll take it. I will take it. All right. On to the next one. Yes. I like this hand. I'm on the draw. So I've got interaction. Yes, I like this hand. Which one? Indatha. Abzan. Spikefield Hazard. We'll hold up. Let's see. Their Abzan. Most likely. Excuse me. Some type of control list is my guess. We're going to go ahead and run out Kroxa on turn 2. Discard. Let's see. What do you discard? Just a land. Okay. So I don't have an... okay, so Test and Champ. You got it. All right. So I need to take care of this. ETBs. All right. So it's an ETB. It's not a cast. So while I want to get Timuret down right now, having the Heartless Act really makes me just want to pass and hold up Heartless Act. All right. So, and all that glitters. Yep. I didn't want to unnecessarily take care of it this turn. Plus, that forced them to get rid of the all that glitters. So it's typically a better play to hold that. So first thing, let's drop the temple. I didn't. Yeah, sequencing was bad because I don't even have double black. So we're just gonna keep Channeler there. I'm fine with milling the Channeler because then that's a guarantee of a card that I can exile to get a 2/2 zombie. So in all honesty, I didn't think about it. I did not think about milling before I scryed, before I put down the land. Okay, so that's fine because now I still have a rider. All right, so gets a counter. All right, that's 1. And we'll get rid of another channeler. What do we got? We got 6 left. So again, I will hold up Murderous Rider. I don't need to worry about exiling, because in a deck like this, I'm assuming they're not running graveyard shenanigans, so I don't need to worry about really exiling it. All right, so what we're gonna do? Oops, no, we're gonna drop Spikefield Cave as a land, and then we're just gonna say go. Again, so that kind of sucks, but that's okay. Okay, so there's another all that glitters. Again, we take care of the one that you're targeting with the all that glitters. Got it. Good. Rankle. Yeah, Rankle seems good here. Rankle definitely seems good. So, yeah, I don't want to worry about shuffling him away because I definitely want to draw him next turn. I have 5 mana. So again, I want them to get as little value out of that champion as possible. So we're gonna do that, and unfortunately I cannot. I'm just gonna hold. I'm just gonna stay here. Yeah, I'm just gonna stay here because we've already taken care of 2 of them, 2 Setessan champions. There's number 3, and most likely they've got another enchantment in hand. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I could. Okay, so they've got nothing. What I'm thinking right now is I can also double spell. I can Rankle and Kroxa next turn potentially as well. And there's number 4. So now I definitely want to hold this. I definitely want to hold open Mauling. All right. So let's go to my turn. Let's get another swamp. Another swamp. Get a swamp. All right. So now, black, red, Kroxa. Got it. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to Rankle now. So what I should have done. Well, that made him discard the Call the Death Dwellers. So all we're just going to do is sack a creature. That's all we're going to have him do. We're not going to draw. I'm not worried about anything right now. Even if they draw. Okay. So that's fine. Again, I'm not concerned about them drawing. So what we're going to do is we're going to attack, lose a life and draw a card. And now 1, 2, 3, 4. Kroxa. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's make sure we keep creatures. So let's not do Murderous Rider. Let's go ahead and do Fabled Passage. That way, if we have another Timeric Calls the Dead, right? Yeah, Timeric Calls the Dead. Then I have another... Alright, so he's got Sentinel's Eyes. Where I was going with that is I have another creature card that I can exile and get a zombie out of. Alright, so we're casting Sentinel's Eyes. You got it. You're going to draw. Sure. You got it. Al Said, you got it. Alright, so what we're going to do is... I'm going to wait till next turn. So this is a good board state for me. Luris. Okay, you got it. And you can't do anything. Nothing you can cast with Luris. Alright. We're going to... Yeah, we're going to do this now. Yep, that's fine. Okay. So now, that was a great draw. Great draw. So we're going to do 2 red. We're going to cast this now, pre-combat. Okay. Then cast it now. There we go. I cast a Bone Crusher Giant. That way I can force a sacrifice. Yep. Got him there anyway. I did not do the math before I cast the Giant because in that instance it didn't matter. So I was going to force the draw. Going to force the draw to do 1 damage. Slow. I am on the draw, however. So, yeah. I'm fine with this, though. It's not a bad hand to keep. Okay, Castle Umbrus. So I want to hold on to the Spike Field Hazard. We'll go Fabled Passage first. Okay, so is it? I mean, typically when I see Castle Umbrus, my mind immediately goes to mono red. Swamp. Okay, number 2. And let's get some more information, if we can, on what you are playing. Opponent. Excuse me. Just a land. It's a mountain. I do like those full art lands. Midnight Clock. All right. You got it. That's not cool. All right, so I'm gonna guess this is some sort of a wizard deck, maybe. Which do I want to? I kind of want to hold on to that. So we're gonna use Haggard Brood Pit. It's a little tongue-tied. Yep. So now he's just gonna be making 1/1s when he draws a second card to return. I really like that card back. That was one card back that I really wanted, but I was not able to make that happen during Eldraine. Midnight Clock. Yep. You get an hour counter. Fabled Passage. Passage. So, alright, what we're going to do is we're going to drop Channeler first. Number 1. Number 2. Yeah, I want to take... I'm going to do every little bit that I can for now. And get in for 2. Because I don't see there being anything in this deck that has 1 power. Dragonfire. You got it. I'm going to seize. All right. Let's end this game sooner rather than later. Okay. I can Croxa. He has 1. Okay. So first things first, let's get in for 2. I think I am going to cast Croxa. We're going to go Croxa. Then we go 1, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Discard. What are we discarding? All right, just a land. Okay. All right. I do not have any removal. No removal in hand. Pyromancer, you got it. Okay. He's going to have to block. All right, so Rankle. Everybody in. Takes 3. He's got a block here. Yep. Yeah. Yep, we got him. It turns out we probably would have had it either way if we cast Rankle last turn, but I needed to make sure I was getting the most value out of that play. 2 Croxas. I am on the play. No companion. So I don't know. I have no information here. Hand disruption, removal. I'm going to keep it, but if I lose, I will probably come back to this decision and lay the blame at the feet of that. So let's see. Let's see if this was a wise decision. Well, let me take that back. I think we know it's not going to be a wise decision. Let's just see if it works out in the end. Because that's honestly what we're seeing. Oh, boy. 3rd Croxa off the top. So I see an island. What else are we going to see here? Liliana. Okay. Would really like a Mire Triton or a Timorant Calls the Dead. That's not what I want to see. Me no likey. No. And now what are we discarding? So right now we have Simic colors. What else do we have? Now they're really thinking about this one. Drown in the lock, huh? All right. That's interesting. So Sultai? It is Sultai colors. And, okay, I don't want to cast you yet. We're going to cast this one. Because if he counters it, then that's fine. It's still a 1-for-1 trade, which I would get anyway. So I'm fine either way. Because at this point, the damage, the 3 damage doesn't do any good. Okay, so I got a counter. So that was actually good. Typhoon, you got it. Yep. You got it. Oh, that kind of sucks. Yup. If I don't get... Oh, dude, that sucks. Alright. So, he can exile both next turn. Which he will. So, then he's a 5/5. So, the only play I have here is to mill. So now I need to mill. Alright, I'm not concerned with milling right now. My concern is the skews. Yep. Got it. And I will take that trade. Yep. Okay, we need to cast you as a land, or play you as a land, excuse me. Hold these open. All right. I have 1 Kroxa left in the deck. We're most likely going to have to win this match a different way. I'll take the 1. I will go ahead and deal 2 here. Negate, okay. Another Mire Triton. What do we got? Debating if you want to counter this or if you want to destroy it. Okay, both of those were fine. Fine that they got milled, I guess. Cycling and neutralize. I'm gonna go ahead and... Do I want to do this? No, I don't. Because that's not an issue. That's not an issue at the moment. It really isn't. It's a nuisance, but it is not an issue. Because of that, I am not gonna waste the 2 damage. Alright, so there's Fabled Passage. So at least I have it for next turn. I don't really want to use it right now. There's no need to try and get in for 2. There's Opt, you got it. All right, so I am gonna swing it off now. You got it. We will get a Swamp. Triton. All right, that's fine. I don't really want to get rid of the other Triton, but he's not really doing me much right now. Because the only creatures... Yeah, I mean, they are going to have scavenging ooze. But I can't see them really having anything else other than the sharks. Got it. He can't counter this. Not with two green and a black. You got it. The unfortunate thing here is it's 12. There's an opt. You got it. What I was gonna say, the unfortunate thing, I don't think they have any creatures. There's nothing that's gonna have, yeah, yeah. And there's number 2. Now he's gonna take out this one. Okay, so at this point, I'm gonna hang on to the hazard. Again, he can't do anything with it. Let's get another red. I'm getting everything out of my hand now. Yeah, so maybe I should have held on to that. I was not paying attention. That's all right. Discard, sacrifice. Yeah, we're going to get rid of the ox. Now, if he has another scavenging ooze, I mean the probability of that happening again. Oh, that sucks. I totally forgot about Extinction Event, to be honest. Temple, jeez. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now I want to take care of all of the creatures. Yeah, I forgot about the discarding your hand part. That's all right. At least I can get an additional card into the yard. Okay, so this is fantastic. This is good. Okay, so we definitely want to hold up a... No, we're going to hold on to... I'm not going to cast him or it calls it dead. Depending on what they cast, I want to make sure I can respond. Extinction event? Again? Okay. I need board presence, and right now, so I'm out of oxes. I have no more, right? Yep. Really? Okay. Yep. For one. Hold on to that. I do have... I'm just trying to think of my outs here. He's hoping for Liliana. Agonizing Remorse. Yeah, that kind of sucks, but that's alright. Channeler. Okay, what do we have? Odd, even, even. I mean, that's only 3 damage. So I'm not casting him here. I'm playing around Extinction Event. Okay. He's gonna -3. Or that. Scry 3. Don't need land, but both of these are fantastic. So we're gonna hold on to Mire Triton here. Yep. I'm fine discarding Mire Triton. Blood Chief's Thirst. So that sucks. Because I was drawing another one. Yep. And we're just gonna hold it. He's got 31 cards. I have 20. Okay. Which he can pay for that. But... okay. And he can escape it. Yep. Which is what I thought he was going to do. That's fine. Channeler. So right now, again, Extinction Event. Again, even, even, odd. Okay. That's a draw right there. That's a draw if I've ever seen one. However, again, he can't activate it now, unfortunately. Oh, shoot. What was the other card? I think, darn it. Attack there. Sacrifice a creature, lose a life and draw a card. Sacrifice you. We are holding on to you. You're fine. Another Murderous Rider. Good. He's got to pay 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he needs another land to play it and activate it. He cannot. He cannot because he had a tap land. Ashiok, you got it. Yup. What do we have? We have 15. 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's game. Destroy. Yep. Got it. Yes. We got there. On the draw. This is not a bad hand. I think I can keep this. We've got interaction. Yeah. All right. And Rankle. No. Not what I need. Okay. At least we are getting... Man. Do we want to do that now? No. That's 6. What I'm thinking about right now is either running out Mire Triton or just holding up both Heartless Act and Bone Crusher Giant. Yeah, we're gonna pass. We're gonna hold these up. The reason I'm thinking about it, okay, so when you activate, you can give him +1/+1. Let's see if they. Nope, they did nothing. Oh my goodness. Well, since that's the case, we'll do that. And we will get a Swamp. Channeler. Okay. Okay, so what we'll do is Mire Triton. Mill 2. Pass. Now I can hold up Heartless Act. Bone Crusher Giant. You got it. Alright, let's see if he's going to activate one of them. He's not. But we are going to take care of one of them. Yeah. Getting +1/+1 until end of turn is not the same as a counter. Fortunately. Alright. So what we do first, because he can very easily just activate it and make whoever I put out a coward. So what I think we're just gonna do, what do we have here? All right, we're gonna go ahead and run them out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope. I need removal is what I need. Okay. Well, he can't activate it. Okay. Well, there we go. Perfect. Okay. In that case, Mire Triton holding up Murderous Rider. Yes, I'm going to attack. I'm going to attack. Actually, no. He only has one card in hand. So, no, I could really regret the crackback on that. We're just going to hold up. There's no need. It's whatever source, however much it is, +2. Yeah, it deals that much damage +2 instead. So he'd be only be dealing 5. He could have a Spike Field Hazard. I mean, that is a possibility. I mean, let's see if he goes to activate. Oh, you can choose one? Okay. I thought you can choose every single one. And you can give him trample. Embercleave, you got it. Actually, no, not yet, not yet. Resolve. All right, there. Now you do it. That's how you do it. There we go. Perfect. And we have another removal spell in hand that we just drew. Unfortunately, only a 5 mana. And the removals cost 4, so I can't double spell. Yep, pass the damage. Got it. And yeah, we're just going to pass. Castle Embreth, you got it. And now is... Yep, we're just going to go ahead and... Yes. Yep. Take him out now. That is fine. Okay. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We're going to go in with everything. Because he has to block. He has to block 1. Or else he's dead. Number 1. Now we run out Timuret. And we'll go ahead and get rid of Bone Crusher Giant. Get there. Got him. I think we got him. Giant, you got it. Okay. Yep. Yeah, he was dead on the attack anyway with no cards in hand, so. Yeah, no. Jeez. Going against Luris. Oh, man. I cannot keep that. I think I might have to keep this hand. Get rid of Luris, or Rankle, excuse me. And then get rid of Timurat. Okay. Croxa. Let's go ahead and Mire Triton. Typically, if I see a mountain with Luris, I'm thinking cycling. Yeah, it's cycling. Yep. All right. Okay, now I'm just trying to think. I don't have anything in the main board where I can really do any damage here. So what I'm going to have to do is did I just hit pass? Yeah, I did. Dang it. Shoot. Yeah, well, yeah, no. That does not make me happy. Yep, not at all. The fact those buttons are so close to each other. Not cool, dude. Yeah, he's gonna go until he finds his Zenith Flares, and there's literally nothing I can do about it in the main board. Yeah, nothing. Okay, well, gonna do this, see if he trades. Nothing. So what we'll... Dang it. We're just gonna do this now. Fill up the yard. He has 7. Okay. Bone Crusher, so that's good. So he cannot... Right now he can't do both. So what we're going to do That's 6. He has 8. Yep. That's 8. Yep. I'll take that. Spike Field Hazard. Ten cards. 4, 6. Zenith Flare costs 4, so if he cycles 2 cards, that's 12. So I need to... Yeah, I don't think I got this. There's just nothing in the main board of this deck that I can really do much. No, I forgot. When he cycles the 2, that's doing 2. Yeah, he can cycle 1 more, and then he'll still have enough for Zenith Flare, and that's Exactsies. Yep, now he can do it. I'm assuming he's got to have it in hand. Nope, not yet. He's looking for it. He's digging. So, red, red, black, black. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, we're going to get in, try and get in for 2. Okay. Let's just hope he only has lands. Unlikely. Very, very unlikely. There's 1 land. Okay, let's start the cycling. Cycling 1. Yep. Land. Be a land. Just have lands in hand. Nope. Yep. He can still cast it because it costs 4. He does. Well, he might have it. He very well could have it in hand. One, 2, 3. 1, 2. Okay, 2 cards in hand. I'm assuming he's got it. Be very surprised if I don't see it. Okay. 1 last. Does he have it? Does he have Zenith? Whoa, he does not have Zenith Flare. He went through... Wow, that is very unlucky on his part. Half of his deck. 30 cards left in his deck. Wow. Wow. 30 cards left. Still no Zenith Flare. Wow. All right, everybody. Well, there you have it. Rakdos Midrange. Those games, those were fun. A lot of fun and good matches. Yeah, that is a good deck. That's a very good deck. Mid-range decks are... I find mid-range decks to be more difficult to pilot than any other type of deck. There's a lot of tough decision making that you have to go through when piloting these types of decks. And I think you saw that in quite a few of these matches. That last one with the cycling deck, I think my opponent got very unlucky. Went through half his entire deck and did not draw a Zenith Flare. He just did not draw a Zenith Flare. And literally down to the last card, did not draw it. So we got a little bit lucky there. So yeah, we did all best of 1 games. This does have a sideboard. I feel like this deck is much more optimized for best of 3, and I think you can clearly tell just by looking at the deck. You can clearly tell it is much more optimized for best of 3. But anyway, let me know what you guys thought. So this is probably gonna be the last deck that I'm doing from the 2020 Grand Finals tournament. Again, we were only able to play a few of them because of the bans, but that's fine. So, and again, it's not like it was a very diverse meta to begin with. So there's that as well. So yeah, that was fun. Let me know what you guys thought of how I did with the deck, and then just your thoughts on the deck overall. In the tournament, I'm pretty, if I recall correctly, I do not have the numbers up in front of me. There were 4. I think there are 4 different Rakdos Midrange decks in the 32 decks for the standard portion of the tournament, and I believe each one was slightly different. This is just one of them that I piloted here today, but I believe there were 4 of them. And again, I do believe they were each uniquely different, with very, very slight modifications to each one of them. So again, there you have it. A lot of fun. If you guys run it, let me know what you think. Let me know how you think I did. If I had any misplays, where I messed up, what decisions you would have made that I made or that I did not make, and so on and so forth. So if you liked the video, give it a like. If you want to see more content like this, go ahead and subscribe, and I would greatly appreciate all the feedback. And I will catch you guys in the next one. All right, see ya.